Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm big fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Uh, Actually, my dissertation topic is investigation drivers and barriers IoT enabled sensor in food sector. So now I'm studying in University of South Wales. My subject is international logistics and supply chain management. So I'm going to about my dissertation. So actually, dissertation is basically IoT in food industry incorporate and variety of monitoring sensor, including temperature and humidity sensor. These sensors are deployed throughout the food supply chain to monitor critical parameters such as production conditions, shipping duration, and temperature within a container. So, so these are the dissertation introduction, and now I am going to about 5 question. So can I ask you 5 question? First,
Uh,
starting.
yeah, I think I can start. Before that, I can introduce myself. This is Amit Hassan. So I'm working in Halal store as a supervisor. I mostly look into the inventory section there. And before coming to UK, I was working in Bangladesh as a supervisor in Shopno, which is one of the biggest superstore in Bangladesh. Okay, I think you can start with your questions.
Thank you so much for your answering. I think my first starting, I will ask you some question. Tell me what can be according to your reasoning and qualification. I'll ask you first question. Give me a second. Uh, so first question, can you describe the primary factor behind the growing implementation of IoT-enabled sensor in the UK food sector?
I certainly, I think like the growing implementation of IoT devices in UK food sector is driven by several key factors. I think at first, I would like to point out the food safety and the quality control. I think which is one of the most biggest thing when like looking into the inventory. So IoT sensors provide real-time monitoring of critical factors like the temperature, humidity, and freshness of the food during storage, production, and transportation. This helps maintaining high standard of food safety and quality. Another important thing is that like regulatory compliance in UK, food sector has strict regulations regarding food safety and traceability. So the data we can collect from IoT devices that really helps to uh, uh, maintain this regulatory compliance, and that also helps to make audits much more easier. Also, like the
I think
cost
it's
reduction.
okay. I think is the IoT sensor food industry by enhancing safety, efficiency, and quality throughout supply chain.
Yeah,
These are
that's
more factors. Suppose food safety and quality control, supply chain transparency and traceability, and operational efficiency, predictive maintenance, energy management. So, and cold chain monitoring, quality assurance, inventory and stock management. Those are the most important things are IoT enabled sensor in food sector in UK. So I think it's very good for a big opportunity for enabled sensor in UK for use like as the little retail store, little and home bargaining and Tesco. Another retail store use this software sensor, and most probably is a very good result for IoT enabled sensor. So thank you, sir. First question for answering me. I hope is a very good opportunity for IoT enabled sensor. So I am going to second question. Let me and next second question is, can you elaborate on the procedure of how IoT and technology have upgraded predictive analytic and improved operational efficiency in the food industry? Give me answer, please.
I think IoT technologies have significantly improved in past decade and has enhanced predictive analysis and operational efficiency in food sector. So I think the number one thing I would like to point out is the real-time data collections. So with the IoT device, like you can get the data of what is happening right now, like the temperature, machinery performance, and this real-time data helps to prevent equipment failure through proactive maintenance. Also, it sensors the equipment such as a refrigerator unit detect potential issues before they occur, allowing for scheduled maintenance that prevents spoilage and reduce downtime. Also, real-time data from the stress facility that helps to monitor the inventory that I use a lot of time. Another thing is that with IoT and other integrated system, we can forecast, like we get to know like what was the most sold product in last week. And based on that, we can like predict what we should stock more in the next week or coming weeks. That really helps a lot. And the last thing I'd like to point out, if you integrate IoT with artificial intelligence, with that, like you can create like different kind of alerts if there is any fault in the system, or you can like get the forecasting about what you should stock for next months or weeks.
IoT technology enhance capability and operational efficiency in the food industry. So, leading improve maybe productivity, reduced waste, better resource management, and higher overall quality and safety of food product. I think it's very good for IoT and all sensor for most thing of industry for a retail store. So thank you, sir, for give me answer. So I next question. Please state how an IoT-enabled sensor has successfully refined food safety and maintained food quality throughout the supply chain management.
Yeah, as I said earlier, IoT device sensor refines food safety and maintain food quality throughout the supply chain by providing continuous real-time data from the food refrigerator, like the temperature, humidity, light. For example, in the cold chain, sensors placed in the refrigerator trucks and storage unit track temperature levels throughout the transportation process. If the temperature deviates from the set range, the sensor sends signal and create notification for the managers so that they can quickly look into this issue. Another thing is that real-time data ensures that goods like dairy, meat, and produce are kept within the required temperature, because all needs to be maintained a certain temperature to keep the food fresh and good. So by maintaining the conditions from production to delivery, this sensor helps uphold a strict food safety standard, reduce waste, and ensure that consumer receives fresh product all the time. The data also collected in the regulatory compliance and provide transparency, as it can be used to track product journey from the supplier to the store.
As a IoT enabled sensor is a refined food, maintain food quality, providing continuous monitoring and automating compliance and enabling predictive maintenance and managing set life dynamically and offering billable data and dynamic continuous improvement. So most of the is a drivers for IoT enabled sensor is a good condition for a sensor, and most of things IoT enabled sensor is a customer satisfaction, because it's a hygiene maintenance for food quality assurance for customer, and things is a low cost price. Most of things are customer satisfaction for every time for better quality product food, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, next question. What are the major barriers our organization in the UK food industry have usually confronted and during the deployment of IoT technology?
Yeah, to be honest, there are really like several barriers that are like while deploying IoT technologies in the food inventory, food system, food chain system. I think the number one con is the high initial cost. So the upfront investment for IoT infrastructure, including sensors, data system, can be significant, especially for the smaller companies. Another thing is the data security, because the data you are collecting through IoT device, you're going to get a lot of data from the sensors. you need to take proper steps so that the data is safe and is not published to someone else who is not authorized. Another thing is that integration challenge, I think, because there are many stores like who are running manually, so they don't have this kind of sensor or like the new technologies. So it will be like difficult for them to integrate with this modern technologies as well, because they might not have the skilled workers who have knowledge about IT and other stuffs. Another thing I feel, I'm not sure, like it's in certain area maybe there might be inconsistent internet connectivity sometimes because of the storm or any other causes, and that can disturb IoT system as well. And I think the biggest thing for any kind of business is ROI, or uncertainty. Because when you're investing on something, you can predict something, how much you're going to profit from this. But with the IoT technologies, it might not be that easy to predict how much you're going to make profit from this kind of things. I think these are the major challenges while deploying IoT technologies in the food system.
IoT enhance food safety and quality, and diverse IoT-enabled sensor provide real-time monitoring of environment conditions such as temperature, humidity, critical of maintaining food safety quality throughout the supply chain. Those are the drivers for IoT-enabled sensor. And cost reduction by optimizing resource uses and reducing spoilage and waste. IoT-enabled sensor contribute to significant cost saving in food produce and supplier. And consumer and increasingly demand transparency regarding the origin, handling, the freshness of their food. IoT sensor help meet and demand for by providing details, traceability, and information. Thank you, sir, for answering me. And now I am going to question 5. So give me a second. Can you state the impact of data security concern and high implementation cost on the integration of IoT and sensor in the food sector?
Yeah, I think as I mentioned last time, data security concern and high implementation costs significantly hinder the integration of IoT device in food sector, especially. For the data security, like the risks of cyber attack and data breaches are very common nowadays. Like you're browsing internet, like these are very common news over the internet. So the data you will be collecting for your devices that need to be secured and have the state-of-the-art security system for your data server. Otherwise, like if there is any kind of leak, that would be disaster for the company. Another thing is the high cost, as I already said, the substantial upfront investment of IoT sensors, infrastructures, and other system can be a really big factor for a smaller business. Also, another thing is that called slow ROI, because you're not sure like how much you're gonna get profit from this thing. So yeah, these things can slow down.
It's various of IoT and sensor in the food sector, high implementation cost, data security and privacy concern, integration and challenge, and uncertain and arbitrary technology limited. So the adaptation of IoT and sensor in the food sector presents significant opportunity for the improving and food safety quality, operational efficiency. However, the high cost and technical challenge and concern and about data security, privacy, and present and substantial barriers. Addressing this challenge throughout technology and advancements, cost reduction, and improve workforce training, and crucial the broader and adaptation of IoT technology on the food sector. So thank you so much for give me a chance opportunity for interview. I hope I'm grateful for you for interview in give me a time for below